Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
I don't even remember how to do this anymore, man. It's been so long. Good morning, I guess. Welcome to the latest edition of See You in the Morning after Christmas, the morning after. The morning after edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, man. It's been so long. It's been so long since but let me tell y'all, let me be honest with y'all about it. It's been so long that it felt more natural to not do the show than to do the show. I got up this morning, I was like, what am I supposed to be? I didn't know what day it was. It was a lot happening. But welcome to See You in the Morning, man. My horrible idea to get up in the morning and give y'all too much information about myself, man. I talk about all my personal business. Put it all out there. It's all done while wearing no pants, which is what's amazing about it. You get this level of freedom, this level of self-expression, all while swinging. So that's what we got this morning. So much has changed since the last time I've been on the air, man. So we got to really discuss everything that's been going on. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back, man, I appreciate you. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. So the only thing that happens on this show regularly, the only thing that's full of fiber on this show that happens regular, that happens every morning, it's me getting up here and I speak to the people that speak to me. So if you spoke to me, I speak to you. And the first three people that speak get the M&Ms, the mythical medals. So let me go ahead and get those out. And then we can get into this show real quick. And then we can get back out of here. And I can let y'all enjoy your holiday if you're off, if you're working. And I apologize, because that's got to be a hard thing to come right in. First day of work on a Tuesday after yesterday being off. But we'll talk about that later. The first three people that speak, man, this morning getting the bronze medal. That's going to TT. Crystal Paneo. TT stands for Tiny and Tasty. TT with the bronze. Winning the silver is an over loving dog owner, my girl Bree. Good morning, Bree, and your puppy, which is not a person. You know, you one of those people we gotta constantly remind puppies are not people too. I know a lot of people, man, especially in these holiday seasons and times like this, start believing that they dog is a real animal and start putting them in people clothes and buying them gifts. It's still a dog. And once you put that dog in people clothes, then I lost all its dog community street cred. That dog can never survive on its own now. That dog can never go wild. You done over domesticated it once you put it in a sweater. God gave it all the sweater it needed. It was born with a sweater. And once y'all put it in another one, wrap. Winning the gold today is Wilberta. Good morning, Wilberta. Got to look like the family picture there, Wilberta, and a beautiful looking family, if that's yours. Even if it's a family that came with the picture frame, it's still a beautiful looking family. So Wilberta with the gold, Bree with the silver, TT with the bronze. Also here's Dolores. Eva Tay is in the building. Lisa, Lasha Unda, good morning. James is in the building. JD, don't call me Martin Luther King. T. Mitchell is in the building. My man Pastor Shy, getting ready. If you're in the New Jersey area and you don't have anywhere to go for watch night, man, Pastor Shy and his wife, then they have got an amazing watch night service planned. They didn't invite me, but they're inviting you, and that's what's important. They didn't invite me, but they're inviting you. But my man, comedian Griff, is going to be in the building because that's who Pastor Shy's actual best friend is. He'll throw me enough to make me feel like I'm one of his good friends, but you know, Griff is actually his best friend, and so he's bringing Griff out. So Griff will be in the building. He's also got some other people. So if you're in that Jersey City area, if you're in any part of New Jersey, New York, New Jersey, and you need somewhere to go and watch night, Pastor Shy and Lady Rebecca's got it going on. Emmy time, Emmy place. Michelle McKinney in the building. Lanicia, Miss Bonner, good morning. Lynette, good morning. Kim Cat Thomas Jones, good morning in the YouTube. So many amazing people in the building this morning, man. Thank y'all all for being here. So let's go back. And normally on Monday, good morning, Sasha. Sasha. I feel like you got to say Sasha. You got to kind of say it not with your real breath, under your breath when you say Sasha. So good morning, Sasha. Now, Sasha is also how they say sausage at Hardee's. They just that's the one word they can't say at. They throw cuss words in the end of it. They're gonna ask if you want that sausage biscuit. And I'm like, nope, I don't. I'd rather not, actually. I mean, if you can't say sausage, then I know one thing, you can't work. You can work at Hardee's. If words fail you, Hardee's is where you want to go to work. They're going to put you right on that in the concept. Well, now, how do you want sausage biscuit? Nope, I don't. I would like a sausage biscuit. That would be great. But I don't, the sausage, no. Not at all. So that's that. So let's go back into the weekend review. First and foremost, let me just thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers and concerns and text messages and inboxes and emails and carrier pigeons and all of that last week while I was under the weather. Now, I'm not a sickly person. 2023, whatever this year is, this has been, everybody else has got good years. Everybody else was having the year of expectation, the year of the year of advancement, the year of this, that, and the third. This year for me has been the year of get sick. I ain't never been sick like this before. So this year, this has been my get sick year. So now that that's out the way, I hit 40 and I decided to get ill. So, but thanks for everybody who made calls, phone calls, prayers, thoughts, whatever it was that y'all was doing to try to help me get better at work. On Tuesday, I got ill, and I took a disease that is properly named. A lot of times, diseases ain't properly named. A lot of diseases you get don't sound like they are that bad. Shingles don't sound as bad as it is. Shingle all the way. You feel like you get shingles, that's something, but shingles is painful. It hurts. People that get shingles, I don't envy the shingle getter. You know, I don't envy the shingle getter. Hand, foot, and mouth disease sounds bad. And you get hand, foot, and mouth, you be like, oh my God. Well, but it also explains where you're gonna get it. You be like, well, where did you get it? You be like, hand, foot, and mouth. So that sounds bad. AIDS doesn't sound as bad as it is. It just sounds like you finna get some help. Like, I got AIDS. You be like, oh man, that's nice, man. You ain't gotta do everything by yourself. But bad. The flu, which is what I ended up getting on Tuesday, I ended up coming down with the flu. I went to the hospital. I got checked. They checked me for that vid. They stuck that. We're gonna stick they stuck a 75-inch Q-tip up my nose for 5 seconds. He was counting the whole time too. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't realize how long 5 seconds is until you got a foreign object up in you. That sounded wrong. That sounded wrong. But I don't know how y'all ladies complain, because that 5 seconds seemed like forever to me. There were 5 seconds on each nostril, 10 seconds. And so, ladies, y'all out there complaining. And then, listen, that 10 seconds seemed like it was long enough. I think you're just being greedy. I think at a certain point, y'all just being greedy. I can't even lie to you. Those 10 seconds with that thing on my nose, that was not what I wanted. So I got the flu. And the flu is a properly named because it is you taking an L right in the middle of an FU. That's exactly what the flu is. It is you taking an L in the middle of an FU. And so I had to consume multiple gallons of juice, apple over orange. Now, I did have some orange juice, but I was doing probably a 2-to-1 apple to orange juice ratio. I was drinking two bottles of apple juice per 1 bottle of orange juice, and I was getting the Simply Orange, so that was great. I mean, not to take away from Mott's, and I'm hearing that this Martinelli's in the glass is what you want. But big shout outs to all my angels that were taking care of me, making sure I was doing well. Because my kids left me. I'm in the house suffering with the flu. My kids was in the Bahamas. They was all the way in the Bahamas. And not saying that I was hoping that things went wrong, but I was just like, Lord, please just don't let the temperature be exactly right. If they wishing for 83 degrees, Lord, let it be 82. You know, just don't give them everything, because I'm over here suffering. I'm out here suffering in these streets, and they're doing it. But the flu is the worst. I don't know if any of y'all have ever had the flu before, but you are taking an L in the middle of a giant FU. Parts of your body be hurting for no reason. I was like, why am I even? I felt like I'd been fighting. I felt like I've been fighting. I felt like somebody was just coming in my room during the multiple hours. I slept a lot. I slept a lot. But I felt like as I was sleeping, somebody came in with a meat tenderizer and was just beating out. Yeah, just beating me to death. That's what I felt like. My legs were sore. I was like, I don't even know what I felt like an SVU experience. My legs were sore, my back, my shoulders, my neck and my back. It was terrible. The flu is not what you want. And ain't nothing you can do with it. They even tell you ain't no medicine for the flu. You just gotta lay there and take it. The flu is the first day in prison. The flu is the first day in prison. You like, you sit here, you take it. You just sit here, you take it, and you learn to like it. You sit here, you take it. And I was sore, I was congested, I was weak. Man, the weakness was crazy. Man, I got up, I started feeling, I thought I felt better. I said, let me throw some clothes in the wash machine. Man, you would have thought after I got finished with that, man, I had to take a nap. Threw one load of clothes in the wash machine, nap time. Nap time. So yeah, it was rough. That flu ain't what you want. Give me something solid. Leave that flu alone. Leave that flu alone. Luckily, I didn't get all the symptoms, because I of course went up and looked up the symptoms. I didn't get that diureticals. Had I got that diuretical, that'd have been it. I'd have just lived in the bathroom. I didn't get that. I didn't get the diuretical. Had I got that, man, shoot, that diuretical would have beat me down. And so I'm getting better. I'm at about 92%. I can tell I ain't the same. Now, I'm tell you what, if you trying to lose some weight, that flu will do it. Cause you ain't finna eat nothing. You ain't finna eat nothing. The flu, I eat a thing. You could have came in here with a buffet woman and nothing. I had 1/4 of a sandwich over 3 days. I couldn't eat. Didn't want to eat. Had no desire. My desire is. It was not to eat. So big shout outs to everybody, man. The flu. I'm interested in knowing what the streets say that I had, though. Because I didn't really put out there that I had the flu. I told it to some people that I loved and I cared for, but I didn't put it out there in the streets. I love the fact that the streets will decide what you got for you. You know? I let everybody know I wasn't feeling well, and from that point on, I believe the streets just started talking. That cocaine finally catching up to them. You know? All them years of drug use is finally catching up to them. Which is crazy, because most of the people I know that got years of drug use into them, nothing never happened to them. You ain't never seen a crackhead with the flu. You ain't never seen a crackhead with a cold. I don't know if crack and disease can't live in the same place. If crack is that bad that even viruses will be like, oh no, we're not going in that body. That's a crack body. Lisa said you begin thinking that you are better and you start moving around. Then suddenly, then that was what happened. I was in here, I was like, okay, I'm better. Flu was like, oh, so you disrespecting me? You disrespecting me? Flu was like, sit down, punk. So we did that. And it's crazy because it was so much I wanted to do during last week. Last week we found out allegedly TD Jakes is out there in sex parties. Didn't see that coming. I'm saying to myself, and this is one of the harder parts about being a virgin. This is one of the harder parts about being a virgin, because you really look and you realize it's people out there getting invited to sex parties, and here I am on any random Friday with nothing and nobody to do. When you look back over your life, that hurts your self-esteem a little bit. When you look back over your life and you realize TD Jakes is getting invited to be a power bottom, and I'm not trying to say that that's something that I want in my life, but when you realize even TD Jakes is getting invited to sex parties before you, I don't know what I'm doing wrong in Hollywood. My star's not shining bright enough, but I've been invited to a total of 0 sex parties. TD Jakes. Now, I know all of this is alleged, but I want to be allegedly invited to a sex party. I don't even get invited to go play Uno at Puffy's house. You know how wanton it, just like, I'm not saying that TD Jakes, but TD Jakes, when you think of sexy, I know a lot of women, and if I'm like, women, ladies, who do you find sexy? Who are the men that you would say, ooh, sex party me? Sex party me. I ain't heard nobody there. I heard some Idris Elba, some Boris Kojo. Even some of the church women I know, ain't none of them gonna be like, oh yeah, throw Jakes in there. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, give me that TD Jakes. And then a power bottom, I didn't know what that was. So that moved me to have to go, and now I got to clear my search history because I went to go look up what a power bottom was. And man, was I shocked. Now, TD Jakes has since come out and been like, all of it was a lie, none of it was true. The funniest thing that I think TD Jakes said to me was like, listen, I ain't even saying that I'm so morally great that it couldn't happen. But he said, but I'm also 65. He said, man, I'm too old for that. I'm too old to be a power bottom. He said, can you imagine me at 65? I can't get back up off the floor. I said, I'm 65 years old. I'm going to let some man come in and ravish me and then go about my day? He said, he ain't got it. He's like, I'm too old for that. He said, now, if these rumors had to come out when I was 25, maybe you got something. But you telling me 60-year-old TD Jakes? And it makes sense. It makes it. Puffy got all the lovers in the world at his disposal. So you telling me he going to get a 65-year-old Southern preacher with a lisp? Doesn't add up to me. Now, I know now people are protective of TD Jakes, no matter the cost. I think you got to get to a certain level of famous, and people will support you regardless. Black people were supporting TD Jakes like he was their uncle. Like that was their granddaddy. Like, y'all better keep TD Jakes' name out y'all mouths. No, that's not what the problem is. It was about people putting TD Jakes' name out. That was the issue. But the problem is the way that people was defending TD, they were like, you couldn't even make jokes about it. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm a comedian. I'm gonna make jokes. I did a show that weekend, and I definitely was right in the church and made a TD Jakes comment. But I could tell by the lack of comfort in the crowd that it was too soon, which made me happy. I was like, is that too soon? They're like, yes. I was like, well, then that means the timing is perfect. I can't wait for it to get old. I can't wait for it to get out and he come out there and prove that it was wrong. I ain't got time for that. So that was it. So 2023, the 2023 wrap up So much has happened in 2023. It's so much stuff that happened in 2023 that you just ain't know. That you ain't even know that you was expecting. When you woke up last week, you won't say to yourself, man, what's going to be in the news today? Oh, TD Jakes, face down, cheeks up. You had no idea, did you? Threw me off as well. So then you had all of that stuff going on last week. You got TD, power bottom Jakes. PB, it's just not for peanut butter no more. I think if you're going to get in there, though, that's what you want to be. Be a power bottom. Just be like, I don't think TD Jakes' brand will ever be the same. Here's the problem, though. If we could be honest, Tavares, if we can be, and hopefully I've said that right. Hopefully I said your name right. There's a lot of letters. Honestly, Tavares, I don't ever think there'll be an issue. I think that in 2023, we got so much stuff that happens. By next week, somebody's gonna do something to make you forget all about power bottom Jakes. And if he's smart, he do a whole line next week. Man, there ain't gonna be no more women thou art loose. He'll do a whole you got the power line. Nobody cares long enough now. It's 2023. In 1998, he'd have been done. And I ain't calling no names, but look at what's the little freaky man from Baltimore? He now down there in Atlanta. The little freaky pastor. He was out there freaking everybody. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. Jamal Bryant. Jamal Bryant done freaked everything. Jamal is out here. Matter of fact, when the power bottom thing came out, Jamal was like, ain't that crazy? He's like, let me just go ahead and sit back in the back because I've got some indiscretions. Jamal has freaked everything and everybody. Jamal Bryant is giving you a Freaknik. He did church at Freaknik. Like it's been everything. And Jamal just keeps right on going. That's just how it is at this point in time now. People ain't worried about it, man. People like, man, oh, you mean the pastor a freak? Cool, though. That's what's up. That was up. And they move right on. Back in the day, your pastor had to walk almost a perfect line. I'm talking about your pastor had to be perfection. If you was a pastor, won't no indiscretion, or you was done. Now, because they're doing the same thing that they're doing with Jakes, you got to get your save credit up. If your save credit is high, you good. Off of the number of people that TD Jakes is laying to the Lord, they're like, well, he done loosed a lot of women and apparently a lot of men. But that's not the point. That because of the number of people that are loosed, the number of people who have gotten their life together, they were like, oh, don't worry about it. That's the thing now. If you a new preacher, you can't be freaking them yet. You got to lead some people to get saved, donate some money to the United Negro College Fund, then you can go and freak anything. Eddie Long asked God for the easy way out. You just can't be illegal. Now, if you're illegal, you're going to lose. That's where Eddie Long went wrong. If Eddie had been freaking grown men, they'd have let Eddie go. The rumors would have been out there. Hey, yo, Eddie out there. But even when Eddie was going through the stuff, if you from Atlanta, if you knew anybody in that Atlanta region, when the news hit nationally, it wasn't no surprise to nobody. It wasn't no surprise to nobody in L.A. I mean, in Atlanta. Well, nobody in Atlanta surprised. Nobody. They was like, okay. They was on it. They knew about the freakiness. When Jamal Bryant stuff came out, everybody knew. Listen, if you think If you think somebody out there freaking Jamal Bryant or they've been talking about TD Jakes for a long time. They've been saying that TD was out there giving them that to Dow. Everybody knew he was out there. TD was giving them that to Dow. Hey, that get ready was coming. You knew it was coming. Eddie was like, hey, get ready. Hey, because he was finna smash. Well, who is me to judge? Who is me to judge? Outside of that, man, I'm looking. The rest of the week, when I miss a whole week, it's a lot. Whole week. Like I say, I got my kids out of there. My kids went to the Bahamas, man. So I'm excited about my kids having experiences and seeing stuff overseas. They went on a cruise to the Bahamas. So big shout out to my kids for doing all the stuff that I never got a chance to do as a kid. Didn't even come close. I don't even think I went on the Spirit of Norfolk as a kid. I think the closest I came to a cruise as a child was the Downtown Ferry. That was an all expense paid 15-minute ride from Portsmouth to Norfolk. And I don't even know if kids today understand how good they got it. I didn't even like now I see parents who buy their kids season tickets to Busch Gardens. I was lucky to get one trip per year to Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens and Kings Dominion, I was lucky to get one trip. And that would usually be the Sunday school trip. The church Sunday school trip. My church, and it was qualifications to get that free ticket. In order to be able to go, this is the amount of slave. This is how they used to whoop church into us back as a kid. New kids don't have this kind of church hurt. And our church Sunday school would take you on a free trip. You get a bus ride and a ticket to either Busch Gardens or Kings Dominion every year. If y'all are not from this area, Busch Gardens, Kings Dominion, of course, a popular amusement park. So you may have a Hershey Park or Six Flags, whatever the equivalent may be where you are. They would give us one Saturday, we get up 6 a.m, we get on the bus, we ride up, we'd have a ball, good time. And you could go for free if you was a Sunday school member. But there were some qualifications. You had to have 20 Sundays of church. You had to come to church 20 weeks to get one ticket to Kings Dominion. And they were serious about it. Like, I seen some kids hit up at 18 and they just be like, hey, must Jesus bear the cross alone, cuz? Because you ain't finna go on this trip. If you was new, they'd be like, hey, man, next year, this is something you can work forward to. You had to have 20 Sundays. And we went in June. So I don't know if they counted it from the last year or not. But you had to do 20 Sundays. They kept that. Let's see, what's your name again? Ooh, 16. Sorry about that. Not eligible. Do you know how long? That's half a year. I got to come and do 50% of the Sundays. I had to do 50% of the Sundays to go on a church trip. Then my mama would fry a chicken. I won't even go on that trip. I won't even gonna get to eat good inside the park. It won't until I was full grown that I ever ate food from inside of the amusement park. I didn't know what that food tasted like. People would be like, oh man, they got good food at Kings Dominion. They got great food at Busch Gardens. I didn't know. I was unaware because I wasn't able to eat it. My mama would fry chicken all night long, make sandwiches, buy a case of Little Hugs. That would be it. That would be the full extent of what I would be able to eat. You learn to temper your appetite because you knew you had to walk back out of the park, back to that charter bus to get that chicken. People be like, what's the best thing to put on fried chicken? Plastic bag sweat. I don't know how that makes it taste better, but it does. If you get that chicken while it still got a little warmth to it and put that in a Ziploc bag and seal it, and then it's going to start to sweat in its own juice. Going to be, the chicken going to start fading itself. It's going to get a little warm in there. It's going to create its own moisture. That plastic bag gravy on the chicken and turn the chicken a little light skin. You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it when the chicken turns a little light because the water done got on it. Delicious. Delicious. I mean, here go my kids running all up and around, traipsing all around the country. It's ridiculous. All in the Bahamas. And then there was Christmas, man. And so Merry Christmas to everybody that I didn't get a chance to. I didn't get to do the whole week of wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, hoping things go your way, hoping that you get the gift that you want. Today is the day of returns. Today is the 26th. Today is the day where you realize whether or not it went well. Fellas, keep your eye on her today. If she leave early with that gift, you ain't hit it on the nose. If you notice that scent that you bought ain't in the house no more, you didn't get it right. Today's about returning and regifting. Today is my day. For me, today has always been a day that there was people that was important, but you knew you won't go see them on Christmas. I'm telling you now, ain't no use of you spending money on people that you not gonna see on Christmas Day. Get they give after Christmas. This is when the sales start hitting. Those after Christmas sales. Get that same. I think there's a genius to it. Some people are spending all this money to get something for somebody. It's gonna be the exact same item. You're not gonna get it to them till at least the 29th. Buy it now. What you buying it early for? Why it's still high? Buy it now. Go ahead. Listen, have some vision. Pre-plan. Go ahead now. Go ahead now. Ain't nothing wrong with going right now and getting that Christmas tree for next year. You get that Christmas tree for next year now. Those are artificial trees. Now the price done hit rock bottom. Get it now. Put it away. You was gonna put the tree away anyway. Ain't no use of you paying that full price. Side chicks should never get full price gear. Side chicks should never get a full price Christmas. I gotta be honest. Side chicks should never get a full price Christmas. Side chicks should be getting 40% off. It ain't no reason for you to be out there all early getting your side chicks. Like, no. You're not in a solid relationship, but you won't go see her yesterday. Man, you better go get that gift today. Go get it on the way to seeing her at a reduced price. Out there paying full price. You ain't in a full relationship. You better save them coins. I'm telling y'all now. Ladies, the same. If Mr. Charles is just a fix me up guy, if Mr. Charles is just a dude that comes through every blue moon, ain't no use in you buying him no full gift. Better get that gift today. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I learned a lot. I did not realize that Walgreens was my one-stop shop. Man, Walgreens got everybody's gift card in there. Man, it ain't a gift card that Walgreens ain't got. Walgreens is what you want. Walgreens made it happen. That way you want to go. You get them gifts from Walgreens. Walgreens got everybody's gift card. It's crazy out here. Walgreens even got small gifts. Walgreens got a little toy department. If you got a kid that don't care if the toy is name brand or knockoff, Walgreens. Walgreens is the mall. They should call it Mallgreens. I had no idea. Walgreens is what you want. Walgreens. So now we're getting ready to go into New Year's. So now we got the last 4 days last 4 or 5 days of the year now, and we prepare ourselves for New Year's. And I like New Year's. New Year's is a pretty good holiday, I think. I think not New Year's is a solid holiday. I think that we should all participate in it. People get confused. They throw that S in that Merry New Year's. You're only getting one. It's New Year's Eve. So the New Year's, it's apostrophe S. It's the eve of a new year. It's the eve of a new year, but you're only getting 1 year. You're only getting 1 year at a time. That's just how life is. They only give you 1 year at a time. And this is the time of year where we start to reflect on our last year and then prepare for next year. I say take action. If it was something that you was trying to get into next year, get into it now. Why wait till next year? Do it now. Do it now. Ain't no use in waiting. Hey, what's next Monday gonna do? Hey, get it, not that on out now. Do it up now. Hey, man, don't wait till next Monday. Now you gotta decide. This is the week now. You gotta decide on how you gonna bring your year in, though. This is what's always questionable. Sinner or saint for New Year? Y'all can put it in the chat. I'm trying to figure out what people are doing. I need to know for myself. Sinner or saint New Year? Are you keeping it holy? You going in? Hey man, I'm going in with church. Or the saint? Or you going in? You're like, you know what? I need to turn up. I always feel sorry for the people who never ever turn up for New Year's. Not even once. I think everybody should get at least one New Year's Eve turn up year. I don't care how holy you are. 1 year. Pray before you go. A lot of churches are doing it now that you can get in. A lot of churches having 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock New Year's Eve service. You can get in at 8 o'clock. You'll be done by 10, and enough time to get to the club. So you can go in and pray that the club gonna be safe and have a good time. So you brought it in with Jesus and Jim Jones. But what are y'all doing this year? Y'all, if you don't have to tell nobody if y'all want to keep it to yourself. But is this a sin or this is gonna be a sin or a Saint New Year's for you? And if we sinning, where are we going? How hard do we want to go? Or is it just gonna be I'm gonna just sit at the crib? Sin, saint, or sit? Those are your 3 options for New Year's this year. Y'all take some time to think about it. Are we sinning? Are we sainting? Are we sinning? Are we sainting? Or are we sitting? I don't even know what comes on the TV no more. I think Dick Clark is dead or something. So I don't know. There was a lot of ladies. That was the a lot of ladies. Y'all need that Dick Clark on New Year. That was all you was gonna get all year. Get all the Dick Clark you can on New Year's. So y'all was like, I got to see Dick Clark. I got to get my Dick Clark for the year. There you go. Sinner, saint, or sit. Not sure because it's the year my 50th. LaShawna said, we just gonna sit at the crib. But LaShawna, you got kids and a husband. Everything, you got a little nuclear. You can keep it right there. I think it's a turn up. I can't wait now. To be honest, I'll be working on New Year's Eve. So it don't matter what y'all do. I'll be working. I got shows on New Year's Eve. I always work on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is a big work day for me as a comedian. I turn down gigs every year. People start calling like now. Hey man, you busy on New Year's Eve? Yes. That show was booked in like April. Chris said, I know clubs. I struggle to stay awake until midnight. I get it. I want to do it though. Like one day I just want to get dressed up, get fancified. Maybe take a woman of some sort. And we just go out and be like, I'm going to dance the night away on New Year's. I'm going to save all of it up for that one night. LaShawna said, that's why I'm sitting. I can't stay awake. Y'all can't stay up. Take that nap. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Go take you a good solid 3-hour nap. Get up at 9. You should be straight. I'm gonna tell you, in the day, that used to be, even if you went to church, that after midnight IHOP, that used to hit. That after 12 IHOP hit. That you can say what you want to say. That right there was a monster. That's what you wanted. That after midnight IHOP. It was something about that New Year's breakfast. Even the churches that used to be like, we're gonna have breakfast after. That New Year's Eve 12:30 breakfast meal, slapper. That used to be a slapper. It's something different about that New Year's Eve breakfast. I don't even know if anything stay open after midnight no more. I don't know where I could go eat. But that used to be, if that's what y'all are doing, somebody invite me to that. I gotta work, but if y'all have me at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Lisa said, in the past, I live it up hanging out. I'm 50 now, so my body prefers being home, drinking my cocktails. That's what I want, Lisa. I'm like, Lisa, dog, I want to turn up to like I'm tired. I really want to I don't even want to see the first. Let me just be sleep all day on the first, because I turned up last night. Man, that jank would have been great. We do good work hard all year, turn up. Masquerade ball. And that's the thing. I want to go to one of those, even though men don't be masquerading. You just throw maybe a little mask on, but you ain't. The homemade French toast from the church mama. Man, I feel it in my spirit. That jank get you that'll get your power button. That'll get your power button. Your power bottom will be all excited if you get the right breakfast. It's not the same now. That's the other question. Like, what's the safe place to go? I need to go to another old people. If I'm going out, I need to go where all old people are going. I need to go out where people got to go to work. I don't need to be nowhere where them young folk at. Wherever the young folk is at, let them live their life down there. Matter of fact, let me not even be in their circumference. Give me a good old people New Year's Eve hangout. Boy, that's it. The Legion is for old people. But every now and again, the Legion will let some young folk in there. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing worse when an old folk hang out, let a couple of new people in. You gotta go somewhere like Images or old people clubs have old people name. Images. You go to Images. Images remind you that what you gotta protect. You gotta protect your image, and you gotta know people looking at you. So Images. And what's the other old people club? There's another old people club over at Chesapeake. They've been old people. They've been 35 and up for the last 35 years. They ain't never had no problem in there. Oh Lord, I can't think of the name, but that's what you want. Go where they're upscales. There it is. Chris know what I'm talking about. Upscale Images. Look at those names. That's good old people clubbing. Go where they line dancing. So here's the problem. I think line dancing to be a good time thing to be safe. The problem with line dancing, I'm gonna be tired. Ain't no breaks in line dancing. Now y'all line dancers get out there, y'all be gone. I'm talking about from fine until Tamia. I ain't trying to be worn out like that. It's cardio. You out here asking me to come out here and do Zumba. I want to go have a good time. Problem with line dancing. Here's what happens with line dancing. You get into a line dance, song get long, you get tired, so you try to creep off. And the moment you creep off, the next song will be another line dance song you like. So now you back out there again. Breathing heavy. You ain't got time after that. End up Arab mustard. That's a different level of mustard there. Yeah, I did a show one time with a young lady who was of an Indian descent who didn't believe in deodorant, and she had that room kicking like Bruce Lee. Betty say you line dance on the first, can't walk in the second. Upscale's too old for me. Men have on a full-blown suit and hat. Yes, sir. That's my kind of cutting up right there. Let me put on this 3-piece suit and call everybody ma'am. You hitting on the lady? Excuse me there, lady. Excuse me there, Miss Lady. How you this evening? Would you mind if I buy you a drink? You out there trying out all the player lines. Excuse me, ma'am. I was just sitting over there rewriting the alphabet, and I decided to put you and I together. Huh? I was tired of the ABCs the way that they was, huh? And so I just went ahead and rewrote them. I put you and I together. Huh? Huh? That Jake is crazy. That Jake is crazy. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm looking at you, and I'm wondering, are your legs tired? They not? Because you've been running through my mind this whole evening. Huh? Yeah, you right, boy. I'm upscales ready. You hear me? You hear me? I'm upscales ready. Pardon me, ma'am. Are you all right? Are you a little bit sore? It must have, because when you fell down from heaven, it had to hurt. Come on here. Oh, man, player lines, I'm ready. I'm upscales ready. Huh? Come on here. I'm sorry, may I have your autograph? Because clearly, you Miss America. Let me think. Miss Universe? Huh? I want it. I'm going to put on some high karate, some zoop. I'm going to upscales. I'm ready. Hey, look, girl, I got me a Cadillac car outside. And the only thing that's missing, huh, is a sweet little ride to set it off. That's how the old man. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, Miss Lady. Uh-huh. See, when you're an old player, you hollering, you gotta back up from your words as you say them. Excuse me. Yeah, I was wondering. You gotta back up. That's when they know the line gotta be done. They don't want to overtalk. You got a timer. That's their timer. You backing up as you talk. Excuse me. I've been watching you for a little while. See, once you get back here, you ain't got nowhere to go. Now you're in back pain. You got to get it out right here. I was wondering if... See, this is the thing. Once you hit here, you reset. I was just wondering if I could just get a moment of your time. That's what you got to do. When you get old enough, you start asking. You start asking for a dance. Hey, can I get the pleasure of this dance? Huh? Come on, man. I love it. I'm gonna be an old man. That's all. I can't wait. I can't wait till I hit old man status. I'm gonna be ready. I'm ready. Ready and willing. Well, I'm back, man, like I never left before, man. Thanks again to everybody that cared about me, cared enough to check on me, make sure I was doing well, bring me stuff, man, just to be there for me, man, personally nurse me. Came on in, changed me, wiped my bottom. I didn't have anybody wipe my bottom. I think that's just too much. I think as a grown man, you don't want nobody with your... I think that's it for me. I think that's gonna be my last one there. I ain't gonna say I ever want an ass to be taken out of here. But if I ever look up in my eyes and somebody got my ankles and holding me up here, Tam, you one of my closest friends of all time, Tam. If you ever walk in on them and they got me up here, both my ankles in one hand, and they holding me up, changing me, go ahead and fill out the paperwork. I know you like working with kids, but on that day, I want you to be working with euthanasia. Because I got to get out of here. I got to go. If they holding my ankles up, changing me, get me out of here. My time is done. You hear me? My time is done at that point. If they holding me up by them ankles, time is done. It's a wrap for me at that point. It's a wrap. All right, I'm out, y'all. I saw a commercial last night for Temu and realized we've been saying it wrong the whole time. I think it's Temu. I saw the commercial last night. I was like, we've been saying it, but black people ain't going to change. They still going to call it Temu. I don't know what brought that up in my life, but I wanted y'all to know it. To say it right. Them Asian people named that thing something else on purpose. Listen, everybody have a fantastic day, man. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody's just you. And tomorrow, Lord willing, creek don't rise. We'll try this all over again.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off